Hey guys, how's everybody doing? It's Joe. Never give up Philippines. Well, Jason's back. He was gone for, I bet, 2 weeks. And it was drinking on the job. Actually, over drinking. It's to the point where he can drink beer on the job, but nothing stronger. Isn't that crazy? I've been in business for over 30 years. And things are so different nowadays. But hey, he's a super strong, loyal, sounds like a dog. he's a friend, but he's got a problem drinking. And so I told him no whiskey, and he's doing good. He's back after 2 weeks, and just have a few beers on the job. That's what you have to do because nobody wants to work anymore. Here, I'll turn the camera around. So Jason's finishing up power washing the small deck. I actually built this house, me and one guy, about 25 to 30 years ago before I was injured. And well, we built that house over there. We built that. There's, I think, half a dozen here that we built. Just me and a boy named Jim. I mean, a man. I shouldn't say that. His 12-year-old boy helped us a little bit. So it was just 2.5 men. So, that's back when guys wanted to work. It used to be, even back in 08, I still got 4 or 5 calls a day of guys wanting to work. They wanted a job, and I employed a lot of guys, only 4 or 5 at a time, but then they'd get fired, or they'd quit. I didn't fire, I think, 1 or 2 guys. They'd quit after a week or 2 because they got enough money to do whatever they wanted to do. But there was always fresh meat, fresh employees. And now I haven't got a call, gosh, in 3 years of somebody wanting a job. And I've put a lot of thought into that. Why don't young men or older men want to work anymore? And this is just me. I haven't heard anyone else say this, and I'll probably piss off people. This is what I've come up with. It's because of child support. And I'm not saying child support's bad 100% of the time, but it's just, I don't know, I guess guys are depressed and living in their mom's basement. This happens a lot. It's happened to friends of mine. They get divorced, good men, and they lose their house, they lose their pension or half their pension, their children are taken away, except for maybe every other weekend. And it happened to me too. I paid child support for 18 years. It's very depressing. And the money wasn't depressing to me. It was the fact that I lost my son. But here's the thing. When all these single mothers are raising the kids, a lot of them end up in their basement. And single mothers cannot raise boys all by themselves. They can, but they're not going to instill any manly attributes. They don't know how to fish or hunt, or women know about women things. My son's a waitress now, but you call him a waiter because she was a waiter. I didn't get to teach him how to build houses or do electrical or plumbing or use a chainsaw. And so I'm just guessing all these boys, which is maybe 80% of all young boys, are raised by their single mothers. And they don't get to learn how to be a real man, what I call a real man. And that's why I'm not getting any calls anymore for work. Nobody wants to do that kind of manly work. Climbing extension ladders 40 foot, 60 foot. I think that's what's happened. And now, joining the military is way, way down. I think that's the same reason. If you're raised by your mother, you don't want to join the military. And I'm not too sure if anybody should join right now the way things are. But that's not what I want to talk about. I don't know, I haven't put out a video, so I thought I'd say something while I'm waiting for Jason. He's a real man. He wants to work. He's just dealing with that alcohol a bit too much. I hope he slows down before it, takes his life. Anyway, I think that's what happened. Why nobody wants to work. Another thing is, boys and girls, I don't think they're going on dates hardly ever anymore. I know it was down to 70%. No, it was worse than that. In China a few years ago, there was a poll. And also believing in God. About 70-80% don't believe in God in China. I'm not sure what it is in America, but it's not like it used to be. I don't know. I didn't write anything down. I had 20 minutes to kill while Jason's finishing up his power washing. So I thought I'd sit here and do a video and blah, blah, blah. Hope it's not too boring. So he's going to be back on the guest house doing the high work and helping Lizelle. And yeah, we'll just do what we can. And then hopefully by November, we'll be back in the Philippines and we'll do some work. Oh, I'm going to go to Harbor Freight and get a couple of winches, the kind you put on your truck. I'm going to go there. I'm going to buy two 2,000-pound winches. One for the drawbridge, the mahogany drawbridge on the front of the castle in the Philippines. And then a second one will be for an elevator, just to go up to the second floor. If I buy 3 winches, I'll put a little elevator in. I probably will too, they're cheap. I'll probably put another one in to go up to the little observatory. So hopefully that's not too dangerous. I'll try to do it safe as I can. I don't know. I think they're called Badland winches, and they do have a good track record. Usually stuff from Harbor Freight doesn't, but anyway, that's what we're doing lately. Do a little power washing. We're going to stain this deck in about a week when the rain's done. And I don't know. I thought I'd just blah, blah, blah for a little bit. Oh, Dwight, I hope you're a subscriber because you were giving me trouble about the car being clean. You said, I thought Filipinas were cleaners, and my wife is. But, that day I showed the car, it was dirty. We've been busy. Here, I'll show you, Dwight. Look at that. It's all cleaned up now. So if you're going to give us trouble, you better subscribe. We'll see you around.